Cox Media Group station.
Sports Center.
I'm Jim Basswell. They're set to get underway. The opener of the series for the Raptors and Cavs from Toronto. The Raptors 1-6 all-time in game ones at home, looking to snap a 6-game slide against LeBron and the Cavs in the postseason. Steph Curry returns to the lineup for the Golden State Warriors, the defending champs, again at home to the Pelicans. It's game 2. Warriors riding 13 straight home playoff wins into this game. Giants running back Saquon Barkley on Golic and Wingo this morning with this for those who question him at number 2 overall.
I don't let other people's opinions dictate my approach to the game and my mentality to the game. That's not going to change. One of the people thought that me coming in being the second pick was an awful pick, or people think me coming in the pick and being second pick being a great pick and having all these great expectations. I'm supposed to do this and do that. I don't focus on that. The way I focus is to keep my approach the same. That's being passionate about the game of football, loving the game of football, being a competitor, a leader, and pushing my teammates.
Game 3 for the Pens and Caps. They're halfway through the opening period, and thus far scoreless game series, I should say, even at a game apiece. Pirates and Nationals with Bryce Harper leading off for the first time since 2013, riding a 5-for-37 slump. He's 0-for-2 thus far. Wilmer Depot has gone deep, backing Max Scherzer as the Nats are up 1-0. Braves put a 3-spot on the board at Citi Field, leading the Mets just a game and a half out of first place are the Atlanta Braves. And the Dodgers and Diamondbacks tonight with Clayton Kershaw on the mound for L.A.
Hey, Seahawks, join us Wednesday. No guest booked. Have no idea what we're going to talk about. The draft is over. That means 12.0 by Mel Kiper or Todd McShay is not coming out. So we'll just talk LeBron and Jordan. That's Wednesday on the Dan Le Batard Show with me, Seahawks, on ESPN Radio.
Sir, that's what it is, baby. That's what it is. Welcome. This is the Kevin Sutton Show, coming to you loud and proud the way we do it on ESPN 580 Orlando. All in your face. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. All in the username Kevin Sutton Show.
The Kevin Sutton Show is proudly sponsored by Cruz and Pascara, PA, personal injury attorneys. That's right. Are you looking for an attorney? Have you been in an accident, a slip and fall, criminal case? Whatever your legal needs are, Cruz and Pascara are happy to help. Come on over, give them a call. They're happy to go over your case with you, tell you your options. 407-841-0200. Tell them the Kevin Sutton Show sent you, and if you want the VIP treatment, don't forget to do.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And guys, don't forget to download the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, even Google Play Music, and Spotify. You can find us on so many different platforms. We got well over 350 episodes right now. To download, just type in Kevin Sutton Show. And for you iPhone and Google Play listeners, just make sure to leave a rating, a review, and definitely don't forget to subscribe. 5 stars, baby.
Cinco!
Yep. Today in the studios, I got with me my man, Dr. Feeling Good, brother.
Today is Tuesday, baby. My words of wisdom for you all is that life can be summed up in 5 words. Mayra, you ready to count?
Mm-hmm.
Go see Avengers right now.
You just threw that 5. You could have just said, nah.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now. Because it is probably my second favorite movie of all time.
Really? That good?
Yes.
Uh-oh. We're going to have to get into it.
I don't believe it. I've heard too much. Hopefully we talk about it because it is still Disney.
Uh-huh.
And I got my girl Mayra with the latest point of view. Can you feel me, dog?
Y'all having a good time out there.
Dale! Oh, yeah. So, I have a little bit of bad news.
What?
Our season is over.
Oh, no. You guys lost?
Yes.
Who did you lose to? The team you said you weren't going to lose to?
Yeah. We said we weren't going to lose to any team, so that
no,
would
but
be
you guys
yes.
are worried about the giant ogre chicks.
Yeah.
We didn't even get to them.
Remember that night when we had breaking news?
Yeah.
It was wrong, and they fixed it the next day.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
no.
What is it called? Actually, I need
irony.
No, I was gonna say, Nick. Who can we say is a coach out there that can honestly say that their team was doing whatever they want and not listening to their coach during the game? You know,
Orlando
like
Magic.
Like
When Dwight Howard was here.
You know what? That's what we had. We had a Dwight Howard on our team who was a phenomenal player, but refused to play like a team member and wanted to go at it single, wanted to run the whole court.
Yeah.
And you know what she did? She turned off the entire team, and they threw the game. It was sad and disappointing.
How old are these players?
14 females.
Happens, man.
One spoiler. One
You can't
Dwight
put it
Howard.
all- everybody was having their issues. Faith has served, I would say, Faithy Fun Time from the Kevin Sutton Show has served at least 9 serves back to back. No issues, and couldn't get one over yesterday.
But she got it over. She was just too hard.
All the way over. All the way over to the other side of the world.
Over and out.
Over and out. I was like, slow down, Popeye. But it was just everybody was just off. And the worst thing is they beat this team before. That's what I hate about it. It's kind of like even like when in the NFL, you play it. I wish that you could get to play each team 3 times. You know, like how the
like a
Super
2
Bowl.
out of 3.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you kind of get the feel of like how the NBA is. You get the feel of the series. So you got to do it's not just that one game, because were they better players than us that day, but were they better than us the day before?
So
No.
y'all's playoffs are just single elimination?
Single.
Yeah.
One and you're out.
Wow.
So we
horrible.
win 3rd overall.
Hey.
Horrible situation. But this is the other thing. I've never been a coach before, ever in my life.
Yeah.
I've always played sports, from basketball, football, baseball, and then even individual sports like wakeboarding. Then, you know, there's no team. Never have I felt that type of pain as in losing the championship.
Yeah.
I literally got in my car and I cried.
Really?
Yeah, it was,
We
but I
all
didn't do it
cried.
in front of the girls. I kind of like, you know, let them know that they did their best. This is what was going on. You know, they beat themselves because
They were all
just,
crying.
They weren't there. But the thing is that, you know, they still got to the point where they were nowhere close last year. You know, with the record that they had.
That's an accomplishment.
Yeah,
man.
it's
Y'all
definitely an
be
accomplishment.
happy at that.
And it's all of our girls this year were our girls from last year and the year before. So, you know, what I mean, they have been playing the same girls at all these schools. Like they kind of like all moved together.
So did you take them to get pizza and ice cream?
We went out to eat. We went out to, where did we go? I don't even remember.
Cheesecake Factory.
Factory.
Oh, and we have a huge story to tell.
Oh yeah, that's later.
Nick, are you? Well, continue.
So at this moment,
Don't
like,
give the story away.
I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
I'm talking about my girls.
Oh yeah.
So as being the person that has never coached before, and you always see like everybody's happy and celebrating when they win, and everybody's crying and drooling and snotting, and then when they lose, you see the coaches kind of like break down. And I've always been like, for what, bro? Like I can understand the players because you were on the field and you were, or the court doing what you had to do. But as a coach, it was terrible. Like I wanted to be there for the girls, and I just seen them kind of like falling apart, and they were like inside their head, and like I tried to get them, and once I seen that the score was not doing
Achievable.
good, it was not achievable at all, and I was like, just don't let them beat
Cream
you
you.
guys 24-4.
Oh.
I mean 25-4. I was like, you can't go home with that. I said, what we need to do is worry about getting 10 points, and every point after that, that's just a bonus.
Yeah.
And so they literally changed from back to back. The girls had like 17, 18 on them,
Mm-hmm.
and our girls had 4, and they literally got all the way up to 15 before they lost.
man,
So I think
a
it was like
victory
kind
internally,
of
man.
getting them to get out of their heads, but it was like nothing. Timeouts, it didn't matter, exchanging players and stuff like that. Anything you could possibly do.
But we did have a Dwight Howard on the team too that didn't help, and Kevin almost kicked her out of the game.
It happens.
mean,
man.
but
You know,
It happens.
literally, she's like the number 2 player on our team, and we would be in a huddle, and she'd like walk off, and so I said, "Get over here," and then Kevin's like, "Sit her down, take her out of the game."
Those feisty 14-year-olds.
It's hard, and I got to feel that, and I felt bad for the girls that we didn't win, and I went over, like I did the, what is it called, the Monday night couch coaching. I just sat there thinking of every possible thing that I could have changed or did, and there was just nothing.
I was doing it on Tuesday.
There was 3 girls on the other team that was just nailing it straight to us, man. And I just wanted to go after that game and grab each one of them
and
strangle them.
Well, life can be summed up.
But I didn't do it.
words.
You didn't hear about me in the news. Today in the news, coach strangled 3.
Life can be
14-year. And by the way, these 14-year-olds also
or taller than me. I'm 6'1".
Yeah, it was crazy.
They need to check their birth certificates.
Back from the 10th grade back to 8th.
Yeah, right.
I know.
But
that's me. I'm still emotional. And then I got my man, Just Nick. Yeah.
Hey,
that put a smile on my face because I was like really depressed right then. I was like in my feels.
I'm sorry your team lost.
Yeah, I appreciate it,
it's
Nick.
kind of a bummer.
It is a bummer, man. I feel like Popovich. You know what I'm saying?
It hurt. You guys can.
You know you got a great team, and there's no reason why you're not in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Just didn't get there.
I mean, you win some, you lose some, man.
That's
why are you sitting here with all your little cliches, man? You're making me angry.
Right. Okay.
How you been, Nick?
I'm good.
The draft
is over.
Oh my gosh, amazing history being made. Awesome.
I love it.
Great stories. But when we get back last night, even though it was bummed out, it was Kevin's actual birthday.
Yeah.
And it ended on a high note. And it's actually time for break.
Ended on getting a high note.
And Nick, you're going to want to listen to the story because you won't even believe it.
Stay right there, guys. You know we love you. St. John Vianney girls, love you. Keep up the hard work. Next year.
At Bishop Moore.
Yeah, doggy. Yeah, doggy. Yeah, doggy. And we're back into action. Giving it to you. Hit me up. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. All under the username Kevin Sutton Show. Check out all the action from the crew. My man Rich Rogers always slipping, sliding on through. Dr. Phil, Mayra with the latest point of view.
Hey.
And my man Just Nick. I always try to keep up with what he's doing. Like, he's always all around doing all these little events.
You on TV this week?
Tonight, yeah.
Yeah.
What time? It's already recorded.
Yeah, we did it already.
Hollywood.
It's recorded. 10:30 tonight. 10:45.
What time did you guys record that?
1.
Today?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's not like days in advance, you guys.
No.
Okay.
No. Normally, same day.
So you can keep up with the current issues and stuff like that. Cool.
And Dancing with the Stars premiered last night. The sports version.
Who cares? I feel like a proud mama when I watch my man Nick on TV.
Proud mama.
You know, like your mama's so proud. Look at my baby on TV. So I always watch. Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars premiered. It's the athletic season. It is only 4 weeks long, which is crazy.
That's great.
First night,
That's
they
great.
eliminated 2 people. It's not great. Faith and I are in protest. Okay?
Yeah, so you're not going to watch?
No, I'm watching. But we still are upset.
I was like, yeah.
But we had a mix of football, basketball, a lot of Olympic stars, and Tanya Harding. How did she go from, as Faith calls it, murdering an athlete to being America's sweetheart again?
They made a movie about her.
I know. It's
That's all it
crazy.
takes.
She's white.
They didn't
that?
Is OJ going to be on there?
Probably
why.
next season. Hey, speaking of,
That would be funny.
NBA season, we are in the playoffs. Things are happening. Yesterday was Kevin's birthday. Nick, are you listening?
I am.
You're going to appreciate this. So,
It's my job, actually, like as the producer,
you know,
to actually
sometimes-
listen.
Unless it's about
Really?
wrestling.
Hold on.
Unless it's about
I'm
wrestling.
I'm paid on the daily to listen.
Except
yes.
for wrestling.
Yeah, I don't listen during that.
anyway, so
He's doing updates during that time. He's
Yeah.
making sure we're updated with
I'm
everything.
making- everything's working. I'm checking all the mechanics.
Well, so here we are, we're all bummed out and we come home and we're like, it's Kevin's birthday. We got to go out to dinner, right? So I'm like, Kevin, what do you want to do? He's like, I don't care. I'm like, what do you want to go? I don't care. So I'm like, you want to go to Cheesecake Factory? He's like, yeah, I do want to go to Cheesecake Factory. So we go to Cheesecake Factory. We're having a great meal. Everything's cool. And we go to leave. Faith is finally back to herself.
Yeah.
Lincoln's chilling. Lincoln's good. And Kevin goes, I'm going to go get the car and I'll be right back. I was like, all right, so we don't have to walk. Because, valet's $8 at night. It's crazy. So he pulls up, I'm with Faith, we're carrying our takeout, and he goes, hey, that's Penny Hardaway over there.
Oh.
I did not say Penny Hardaway.
You said it's that dude, Penny Hardaway.
I did not say
you
Penny
first
Hardaway.
said Penny, and I said, that's not Penny Hardaway. Then he goes,
Penny
Tim.
Hardaway is dark skin.
Penny Hardaway is not dark
Yes,
skinned.
he is.
No, he's not.
Anyway,
Oh, my
So
goodness.
Kevin goes, his Tim, and I'm like, Tim Hardaway? That's not Tim Hardaway, right? He's like, it's that guy married to that R&B singer. I'm like, Grant
That's
Hill?
what I said.
I'm like,
Yeah,
Grant
I'm horrible
Hill.
with it. Is this new, Nick? Is this new that I'm horrible with names?
No, it's not new at all.
This is nothing new.
so who was
That's
it?
my job.
Tim Hardaway, Anthony Hardaway, Madonna, Steven Seagal.
I know those
Who
people.
was it?
Sounds
So-
like you guys encountered some dudes that could probably still start for the Magic. Though.
I know.
I know I'm horrible with names, and I will take the blame. But this is one thing that I know.
So was it Grant Hill?
It was Grant Hill.
It was Grant Hill.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Grant
Yeah,
kicking
and
it
so-
I
here.
know.
He was
No,
valeting.
I'm
you
done
know-
with all of you.
Hold on.
Everybody in here is fired.
Yeah,
Hold on.
did Grant valet?
He was valeting.
Yeah, Grant
Yeah, he-
Valet. And his, oh, man, what kind of car did he have?
A Maybach.
Man, all hooked up, custom. Anyway, so Kevin goes, go talk to him, right? And I'm like, what? All right, here I go. So he's with his daughter.
Like, you want some cheesecake?
There's those leftovers you got in
I
your bag?
go-
Or are you happy to see me?
I go, Mr. Grant. He's like, I know you from somewhere. I said, yes, sir. And
From that Shaquille O'Neal video.
You beat me to it, Kevin. You beat me to it.
I was waiting for someone to throw it out there.
you guys suck. All right, I'm done with my story. I'm done.
It was a good one, though. It was a good
All right.
story. I was riveted.
Anyway, I said, hey, Mr. Hill. He goes, you look familiar. I said, yes, sir. In 2004, I organized at the Amway Arena the John Kerry, John Edwards presidential visit, and you were my keynote speaker. He's like, that's where I know you. I said, how are you doing, sir? He's like, I'm doing great. How are you? He says, what's wrong with your foot? Right?
Nah.
So he sees the boot. I said, it's a bionic foot. Anyways, we start talking. I tell him about my foot. We start talking, and I tell him, I said, we've been trying to get a hold of you. We have a show on ESPN 580 called The Kevin Sutton Show, and we'd love to have you on. He's like, yeah, we can make that happen. He's like, how do I get a hold of you? So I'm pulling out my card, right? And I got my campaign card, Mayra for County Commission District 3. And he goes, and you're running for politics? I said, yes, sir, I'm running for county commissions. He's like, what are you, a super mom? You doing it all? I said, yeah. And he notices the volleyball jersey. He's like, what's with the volleyball jersey? I said, my husband and I are the coach of the volleyball team. He's like, what are you, superwoman? I
Then
said,
he's like, and I'm building a house. Oh, yeah,
Right.
we own a construction company, too.
so then I said, actually, I tried to reach out to you last year because we have a fatherhood program. Kevin's the director of boot camp for new dads. He's like, I want to know about that. And he's like, how did you try to contact me? And I told him, I said, I tried to contact
Twitter.
you through this firm. He's like, no.
Twitter.
He's like, no, I'm not with them anymore. And then his daughter, who's beautiful, to me and him make pretty kids. Okay. She's talking to me and everything. She is like, it's so funny when kids have no clue how famous their parents are.
Yeah, they're just mom and dad.
And it was weird because as I'm standing there talking, people are walking by, and basketball enthusiasts, and they're all like looking at him like, nah, that ain't Grant Hill right there.
Yeah.
It's that that look of it could just be another tall black guy.
Like, is it?
It's different. You're not going to just do, it's just a tall black guy. But tall black guy by a very, very expensive car at the valet at the Millennium Mall. Like, the odds are in your favor to assume
That's a house.
it's definitely not
I
Anthony
know,
Bowie.
right?
Yeah.
Dang. We love Anthony Bowie.
I'm just saying. I did see him pull up in a Toyota Corolla
Yeah, he did.
from like 1990, and this was 2017.
Yeah.
Just saying, Doc.
Anyways,
Was he parking the car? See, I can't.
almost,
See?
Nick.
See, I
Almost.
can't.
It's pretty
I can't-
close.
I can't help
It's
myself.
pretty close.
It was close. They didn't even have AC, so they were rolling with the windows down, remember?
But Nick Anderson does keep his stuff
He's got a
clean.
nice
He
little
keeps his-
GMC,
I think he
yeah.
keeps his money together. Nick
Yeah.
Anderson keep his money together.
Anyway, so he's like, how do I get a hold of you? He goes, I'm going to have my assistant call you because I want to meet with you guys. So, awesome.
awesome.
ending.
He's everywhere though. That's the difference.
But he's
Like,
still on TV.
Yeah, no, he's relevant. He's relevant.
Yeah.
He's
Part,
very
of,
relevant.
part owner of the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Nick,
mean,
he's in the Hall of Fame yet or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
This year. Made it in this year.
and I almost said I had the Grant Hills, but I didn't go there.
Those
I
were
did-
Philos, weren't
That
they?
would
Yeah.
have been. Yeah, that would have been. way
Those
over
were
the top.
corny.
And-
He would have said, "Nah, sucker."
And I
know.
I did not also get a picture. I was not going there.
Good.
I kept it really
Got it cool.
I kept it cool because he was interested. We had like a 10-minute conversation, right?
Yeah, definitely.
We had a long conversation, and I'm the type, when I get a moment, I'm going for it. So I hit him with everything,
Do you want to get married again? I could leave my husband.
And I kept pointing to Kevin, and Kevin would just wave.
So
Kevin would wave.
the craziest thing that leads me to one of my things I wanted to talk about, a little topic of when athletes have their children, athletes, actors, and their kids really don't know like who their parents are. It's just like, that's just my dad. And Nick, you've been at a lot of events where professional athletes, kids come at basketball games or whatever, and they're sitting in the bleachers or all-star games, and their kids are like riveted. I remember watching Shaquille O'Neal come on the court, and like, it's Shaq, right? So it's, I mean, there's a huge, like, there's no way he hides. The security looks like they're bugs. No reason why they're even there. Who are they securing? You know, like,
his elbows.
He's coming through. And literally, like, everybody's like, oh, my gosh, it's Shaq. And, like, his two kids, the one that just got drafted for the college team, I can't remember his name.
Talking about Shaq?
Yeah,
Sharif O'Neal. He's going to UCLA.
He's coming down the hallway with them, right? And literally, his jaw drops when LeBron James walks by. Like, forget my daddy, it's LeBron James.
No, it was Dwight Howard.
And Dwight Howard was on the other side. I'm like, come on. Like,
and Kevin literally goes, your daddy's Shaq.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, I ain't worried about my daddy.
Yeah, his feet stink.
And probably he really knows his daddy's feet stink. So, you know, but it was just that moment right there. I would think that was a 2012 All-Star Games or something like that. It just changed my outlook on it. Like, man, like, is it really that you become everyday people to your children? Like,
well, I mean,
life for them.
I'm not going to bolster you, but people kind of get excited over you when they meet you. And Faith is always like, yeah, it's my dad. He's not famous. He's my dad. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, that's kind of sucks. I'm like, kid, hello.
And Grant Hill's daughter, I guess she's going to be an orthopedic doctor because she's asking me all the details about my foot. Oh, really? She's like, so how did it happen? Ooh, what does that mean? Ooh, does it hurt? You know,
is she really young? Or?
She's like 12.
She's like 12 or something like that.
12 years old, you know? So it was a unusual situation, but it was really cool. Grant was completely classy, you know, and he could have just been BSing me saying, hey, how do I know you? You know, they probably just trying to be nice. And
could have been, but he's not. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
What do you think? What
he
do you think,
seem
Nick?
like that. I like his sister, too.
Who's this one?
Grant Hill, him actually saying, you look familiar. You know, that's how he started.
That's, by the way, like, that's really impressive because these guys meet people all the time. And for him to remember who you were and be able to kind of recall exactly when it was, too, is impressive because there are people I bump into all the time who are not nearly as important as Grant Hill. And they will say, hey, man, how are you? And I will just look and say, you have no idea who the hell I am, do you? I'll be like, no, I'm sorry. And it's like, okay, don't worry about it. Like, it doesn't bother me. But I mean, that's impressive from Grant Hill. But he's a smart dude.
Well, you know, where did he go to college?
Duke.
That's right. So it was just a nice twist to our evening and to our day. Really, it was really, really cool. And
the funniest thing, we have a picture of Grant Hill and Faith holding her when she was 1. And like, well, she's like 14 now. I'm like, he's not going to be able to duplicate that right now.
Well, I actually was like, why don't we give them Lincoln so they could each have a picture? That would have been cool because Faith was 1 year old and Lincoln's going to be 1 next week.
And he still looks the same.
He's 1 now.
I think age has done him well because I was looking at the picture from 14 years ago, 13 years ago. And looked at him yesterday.
No, he looks the same.
He aged.
Let's talk about the draft a little bit.
He's got a little meat on his bones. Yeah. I think that helps.
He's not scrawny anymore.
He got a great athlete. Got drafted from
here. Oh man,
amazing
historical
athlete. Yeah, let's get into that. This is the Kevin Sutton Show, and we're gonna get back in and talk about the draft. And I got some little inside Scooby-Doo
Avengers.
Things are going on. So I ain't going to hold up the process. I'm going to let Mayra get to her thing, and then we're going to go right into it.
Kevin Sutton Show is proudly sponsored by Cruz and Pescara, PA. Do you already have an attorney and you just don't feel like they're doing enough for you? Cruz and Pescara, you know what they do? Free case evaluation. That's right, free. No strings attached, no signing of contracts. They're just going to go over everything. Make sure you're getting the best you can get. And if you're not, offer you options. That's right, Cruz and Pescara, where they don't collect anything until they win a case for you. Office is downtown Orlando. 407-841-0200. But you know what you tell them? Kevin Sutton Show sent you, or you get hooked up.
And speaking of that, got someone who possibly could use their help.
Really?
Yeah. Deals with the apartment issue and them not fixing the air conditioning. They've been out of AC since November.
Really?
And the apartment complex has not fixed it yet.
That's insane. I can't believe that happens here in Orange County. When I'm commissioner, I'm not going to let this stuff happen.
That's something
normally is 24 hours.
Yes.
This is 24 hours.
It's a necessity.
Yeah, 24 hours is the first thing call.
AC,
anything
power,
over 80
and water.
Degrees.
Yeah,
anything over 80 degrees, they're opposed to.
And this is what I was telling them today, but I told them to call Cruz and Pescara just because they probably have something. They can probably tell you what you need to know.
Yeah. Anything
so
over
That's
80
so
degrees.
wrong.
Because
don't hesitate.
here in Florida, it gets hot really fast.
Especially if you have it upstairs.
Yes.
Ooh.
Upstairs, definitely even more so, along with issues of health issues, if anybody has any medical situations and stuff like that. So, yeah, you definitely gotta definitely keep an eye on that, and for the apartment complex not to get on that.
So question for you guys. Is this story with Shaquem and Shaquille
Shaquille and Shaquem?
Griffin, is this
Shaquem and Shaquille.
Okay, so it's pronounced Shaquille?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Is this the best story from Central Florida to a
Can't get any better Cinderella than that.
Professional sports team? Is this the best story? Will they make a movie out of this if this guy's like a real hit in the NFL?
I definitely think it would be a great movie.
Nick, you think this is going to happen?
Do I think they'll make a movie out of it?
I'm just saying, if he does well. They've done things.
Yeah, I mean, like, they made a movie about Vince Papale, didn't
Yeah.
they? I mean, so why not?
And Michael O'Hare.
Yeah, Michael Orr. The Blindside movie, too. That's another good one. I didn't think about that. I mean, definitely. I hope someone's writing the script. Maybe I should write it, but I'm not good at writing, so I won't. And then I'll complain when somebody else does, and they make the money. But yes, I mean, this is
a whole scenario on that one.
Yeah, sorry. Did I overanalyze
No, you did
that
exactly
one?
what you do. Remember,
Yeah.
we had the whole thing about the Mets and saying what's his name?
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what happens. But yeah, they could definitely make a movie about this. It's a hell of a story from a kid, having his hand amputated when he's 4 because he has amniotic band syndrome, and his parents find him in the kitchen trying to cut his hand off because he's in so much pain. They tell him he can't play football. He perseveres through all of that, goes to a college team that his brother will only go to schools that will take both of them. That's, by the way,
deal.
yeah, and nobody is giving Shaquille enough credit for this, I have to say. Shaquille could have went and played at the University of Miami. He could have went and played at a Power 5 school. Shaquille was a third-round pick to the Seattle Seahawks. He very well could have played many, many different places, but he said, no, stuff it, I want to play with my brother. And they're twins. I don't know how many minutes apart they are. But that is always something that I've really deeply identified with the story.
I was going to ask you, do you have a connection with that?
Yes.
You and your brother?
Yes, very much. In fact, when I did this segment about a month ago, I guess, during the NCAA tournament or so, about things that make you cry in sports. And sports has only made me cry like one time. Cubs won the World Series in 2006. And, of course, I thought about all some of my friends and some of my family members that died waiting for that to happen, and I cried. When I saw that Shaquem Griffin got drafted on Saturday, I was very happy. I smiled. And then I saw where, and tears welled up and I cried.
Now, why Seattle?
Because his brother plays for Seattle.
Yeah, because they both got
right.
Okay.
And I knew as a twin at the special bond that those guys have and how extremely special that's going to be for those dudes. And then you hear the story about when he found out, and the first question he was asked in the room when he found out was from his brother. It was, "So you're going to live with me?" It gives you goosebumps. It really does, because when my brother and I moved here from Chicago, we had shared a room in Chicago. I slept on my brother's floor for like the first 4 months because I was just used to sleeping in the same room.
you guys shared a womb, so
Exactly.
We shared a womb. I did a room. They took on a room in a womb.
It's a very close bond and friendship, and it's so special for those dudes. I feel great for him, and I hope he's successful. I hope that he makes the team. I hope that he's a big time contributor, and I love the story top to bottom. It's an incredible story.
It's great. I mean, what is the two guys for Pittsburgh? The two,
Pouncey.
Pouncey's. The one
Pouncey
for Pittsburgh
brothers.
and the other one's for the Dolphins.
They played at the University of Florida.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's cool to just see brothers get to do that, and
sure,
I could say like for them to be on the same team would be even like.
Well, who was it? The two brothers in the first round this year were drafted in the first round in the same draft. I'm for the Edmonds brothers. Edmonds, yeah. See, Pittsburgh took one of them. Yeah.
Now
that's a cool thing, man. Like just to be able to have that connection. And then making it twins is definitely make it even a better movie. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Now I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I hate to do it, but I have to.
No, go ahead.
Shaquem went in the 5th round.
He did.
And, Shaquille went in the 3rd round as a cornerback.
Still amazing.
Do you think they will both see play this season?
Shaquille will. Shaquille will play.
Shaquille will, but I don't know about Shaquille.
Yeah, I mean, Shaquille played meaningful time for Seattle last year. So, I mean, he played meaningful snaps for them, and without Richard Sherman on that team, and without Michael Bennett's a defensive end, but I mean, with them shedding some of those guys, they have to play some of these younger dudes. So Shaquille's going to play. Shaquem is going to play special teams. We know that for sure. That is where his floor is. He's going to be a special team superstar for them if he really did run a 4.38, and that's kind of been they've
questionable.
They've contested that now, whether or not there was a timing error or whatever. But the guy has the heart and the ability, so I think he's going to be able to make it on special teams. And I think they're going to play him a little bit of linebacker and defensive back and kind of see where he fits. Yeah.
Now rookies that go like that, do you know how their contracts work, or
it's a 4-year contract? I've been digging into how much of it is guaranteed, and unfortunately,
because do they get a percentage of the jerseys? Because this dude's jerseys are going to. So soon as Seattle prints them things,
top 5. No, it's top 5 right now.
That's what I'm saying.
NFL draft players over the weekend. His jersey is the 5th highest selling jersey behind Saquon Barkley, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen. Hold on, I have the last name here right in front of me. Josh Allen, and it's the other kid too that went in front of him. It's right here. Yeah, Mayfield, Sam Darnold, and Josh Allen. So, I mean, his is 5th. Yeah, and by the way, those other 4 guys all taken in the top 7 of the draft. He was taken 141st.
Yeah. Now I've got to say, there's been some backlash in the media about how the NFL handled his draft, meaning that they were holding out for ratings. And there was an article in the Sentinel.
Yeah, I saw that. Hayes wrote it. Very well-written article. Very interesting perspective, I have to say. I liked it. And we're going to try to get him on, actually, on Live, Local, and Loud this week or next week to talk about it.
That's cool.
I don't think the NFL held out and waited for ratings, because I don't know how many people were kind of sitting on the edge of their seat saying, hey, when that one-handed linebacker going?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. I will differ. I went to an event at the Citrus Club last Friday. Mm-hmm. It was a power breakfast with people who were moving and shaking.
Sounds powerful.
And it was all they talked about, most of them were UCF grads, was watching the draft to see what happened with Shaquem.
But definitely well-rooted here in Central Florida. Yes. That's going to be a hype zone.
That's an environment thing.
Us coming off of one of the most amazing football seasons we could have possibly had for UCF.
The most amazing.
Yeah.
The most.
And then us getting knocked down in society, the rest of the country not wanting to agree that we are the best.
Rest of the country, yeah.
And then
rest of the football world, baby.
But I'm saying,
but the thing is like the hype is going to be definitely centralized right here. But for the rest of the world, I don't think it's that dramatic.
You don't think people were waiting to see if this guy, the one-handed linebacker, was going to get signed?
I don't think he wants to be seen as a linebacker. I don't think he likes the one-handed situation.
I don't think it had a lot of play in some of the larger markets like New York and Chicago and Los Angeles and
any football enthusiast who hasn't heard about him really is not a football enthusiast.
I think everybody's probably heard a little bit here and there. But the thing that stood out the most is that did you run past that the draft they did like on the whole Dallas. They did this commercial like if it was the Dallas soap opera.
No,
you remember do you remember the soap opera Dallas, like Who Killed RJ and all that?
JR.
Yeah, that was way before.
Okay, but everybody knows that. I don't care. You need to go back to sleep and wake up.
Have you not watched Jeopardy? Yeah.
But the fact that they use that, I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
I used to watch my grandma watch Dallas all the time, but so it was really funny. It was a great commercial. Got to look it up.
Well, it was.
Nick. It was great. It was the best way to use a commercial.
Yeah.
It was the Dallas Cowboys team, the whole front end, and it was like it's hilarious. You gotta watch it.
And then they had a new version of it.
The show
too.
was on for 13 years.
Yeah, jeez. I mean, what is Phil talking about?
Yeah, the show was on forever, man.
He was busy watching Blues Clues.
Well, I mean, like it ended in 1991, but I mean, still,
whatever.
He was watching wrestling.
Yes,
he was watching wrestling. But no, I feel where you're coming from. It definitely is a Cinderella story, and it'd be great to see them get the to play together. Definitely get to see some really cool things happen.
I hope he does well. I really do hope that both of them do.
I think we need.
Well.
I think it'll be good to see some people from UCF do. Like how the Blake Bortles situation. Every time he comes here, everybody goes crazy. And remembering, oh man, I remember we used to board in school, and we stayed in the cafeteria. Like there's always these great.
Someone
stories.
always has a Blake Bortles story
about Blake Bortles when you're here. In Central
and then
Florida.
it was what's his name before Blake? Dante Culpepper.
Dante Culpepper.
Remember for years that
and
was
Brandon Marshall.
Yes.
And Kevin Smith.
Can't forget that.
Okay, yeah.
Can't forget
but
that.
anybody who was at UCF, even if they were just on the campus and never even saw them, they all had a story.
See, one time he bumped me in the hallway, and then my books dropped. And I was like, hey, sucker, don't make my books drop. And he's like, look, dog, when I make all that money, I'll take care of your books.
Yeah, it's like the Wilt Chamberlain 100-point game. There were probably 8,000 people there, but there were 100,000 people that say they were there.
Yeah.
Come on, Nick. Hey, we're going to go to commercial break.
Time
Stay
Warp
right
Tuesday.
there, guys. Time Warp. Woo!
We've all heard it.
Whether it's a psychological block for the Raptors, it's just the past.
Seem like this team that perpetually is going to lose in the conference finals or the second round or whatever it is.
It's like Groundhog's Day all over again.
But is this team different?
When they finally get pressed by one of these teams, how are they going to react?
The Toronto Raptors have built out their roster.
This Raptors team has a really good chance to actually put it together.
The NBA playoffs continue on ESPN 580 Orlando.
Drop it down now. Drop it down now. Drop it down now. Drop it down now. Yeah. Yeah. See, the only thing, I love this beat to this song.
Yeah.
But I don't like the actual lyrics.
That's why Nick gets the instrumentals.
I know. I'm just saying. The guy.
Man, you haven't flowed freestyle in a while.
The guy gets on my nerves. So, Phil.
Kevin, you're DJing a big party this weekend.
Oh, jeez.
It's the Derby / Cinco de Mayo party.
Duty.
That's sweet.
I mean, what a day for the Kentucky Derby to fall on Cinco de Mayo.
I know, right?
So gonna get drunk.
Well, what they're doing is they're having kind of like the pre-party, and then as soon as the Derby's over in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like they're doing the Derby, and then the real party kicks off right after.
I imagine they're gonna make those mint juleps and then just put the beer in them like they do with those
well,
margaritas.
Apparently they're gonna have a margarita bar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and a taco bar.
Somebody said tacos.
Quite a few. This I gotta tell you though, this is kind of funny. Somebody messaged me, right? Mm-hmm. And they're like, "Hey, do you know anybody who DJs?" Right?
Really?
Yeah. And I'm like, "Yeah, Kevin does." Oh, because I saw his van.
Somebody texted me a picture of Kevin's van. I was like, I see Kevin.
Not only that, some guy from church is like, "I didn't know you guys were almost famous." I saw your van.
That's funny.
Anyways, it's time.
Any extra things you can get when you're doing communion? You guys get extra.
That's right, guys. It is Time Warp Tuesday. Pretty much, we take a quick look back in time in sports and entertainment. You guys ready to jump in time machine?
Let's go. Buckle up.
All right, let's head to 1883 in Philadelphia. The first National League game in baseball was played since 1876. All right, let's head to 1901. Kevin, you know what a grand slam is, right? Where someone base loaded hits a home run.
The best thing. I do eat that at Denny's too. But grand slam is awesome. Go ahead.
Herb McFarland, he hit the first grand slam. It's 1901.
No, okay, 1901.
Yeah, it's 1920. Babe Ruth hit his first home run as a New York Yankee.
Wow.
The Babe.
Did you know, a little fact, Babe Ruth tried to sue the candy bar company for the Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
And the owner said it was not named after him. It was named after their daughter, Babe. And her last name was Ruth.
Oh.
Fact from Jeopardy.
And
that sucks.
1951.
He never got paid for that, by the way.
They got the Big Mac. We got the Big Mac.
Yeah.
Man, I love this guy. Okay, sorry. Had a moment.
1951, Mickey Mantle also hit his first home run.
I love Mickey Mantle.
Yeah. All right, let's head to 1986. Bill Elliott, he set a stock car speed record. Guess how many miles per hour he hit?
120.
Kevin?
97.
This is 1986, not 1906.
700 miles an hour.
No. This is the stock car speed record. It was 212.
Oh, okay.
I was closest.
Actually, you went over. If we would have been on The Price is Right, you would have been done.
All right. 1992, the Los Angeles Dodgers postponed 3 games due to riots because of
Rodney King.
Rodney King.
That was crazy.
Yep. And one of Kevin's favorite baseball players, Ricky Henderson, he stole his 1,000th base.
I remember that. I had the baseball card from Upper Deck from that.
Yep. And in 2012, Guggenheim Partners, they make their largest ever purchase of a sports franchise after buying the Los Angeles Dodgers. For how much?
Oh, jeez.
What year was that?
2012.
Oh, $15 billion.
No, that's too much.
$7 billion.
It was
Sorry.
$2 billion.
Okay.
$2.1 billion.
I just know it was pretty huge.
Yeah. Okay, now let's head to 2012. That's the last one I just mentioned. So
tell me, guys, billion more than what I got.
Right? Tell me, guys, what movie was number 1 this week in 2012? Was it Hunger Games, Think Like a Man, or the first Avengers? Kevin.
Think Like a Man.
Mayra.
The first one, what was it?
It was Hunger Games.
Hunger Games.
Nick.
First Avengers.
It was Think Like a Man. The Avengers didn't come out until the second week in May. All right.
These are tricky ones.
All right, tell me, guys, what song this week was number 1? Was it Diamonds from Rihanna? Was it Somebody That I Used to Know from Gautier? Or Stronger from Kelly Clarkson? Myra.
Stronger.
Nick.
White people love that Gautier song. I'm going with that one.
And Kevin.
I'm going with White People.
White people! It is Somebody That I Used to Know.
Man, I love that song.
Yeah. And in 2012...
Can we go out with that, Nick?
And in 2012...
If you got time.
The San Francisco Giants, they swept the Detroit Tigers. In 2012, LeBron James won his championship, where they beat Oklahoma. And in Super Bowl 46, the Giants beat the Patriots 21-17. And in the NFL draft this week, too, Andrew Luck and RG3 went 1-2. So that is Time Warp Tuesday. Hashtag it on our website if you want to find out the rest of them.
I just got to say, does anybody ever remember Seinfeld, the show?
Yeah,
yes, I watch it still.
There was an episode.
What's that?
There was an episode where George,
no soup for you.
His wallet was so fat that he went to fold it in, and all the receipts just popped out. That's what Phil has going on. Right
oh
here.
Lord,
dude! Everybody has said that.
My
doctor was like,
"Oh man,
why is your wallet so big?"
That should cause you back pain.
I don't put it in my back pocket.
Literally, this thing looks bigger than a Big Mac.
I don't put it in my back pocket.
All right,
where do you put it at?
My front pocket.
And that should feel like your thigh bone is about to get
NBA.
crushed.
So it looks like that West Coast is going to end up being a Houston Golden State, unless
probably
Utah can upset. I have to say, I think you're right on this, and that'll be the game to watch on the West Coast: Houston versus Golden State.
Yeah.
Yep.
And LeBron's magic pulls it off. Man,
Yes.
Indiana Pacers must feel like tiny.
Yep. One man beat that team.
Yes, one man.
He's a king
with a bag of trash as teammates.
Mm-hmm.
That Cleveland team is terrible. Toronto wins this series.
If you follow the fake news, the Onion,
I like the Onion though.
They had a headline that said LeBron James just find 4 warm bodies to play with him, so they wouldn't forfeit.
That's horrible.
Oh, geez.
But it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I mean, you go from like a well-structured team, and they let go of so many great people, and you guys were just barely at it to win it the last time. Like, you don't say, you know what, we were just there and barely made it. Let's get rid of like
the Kyrie Irving trade killed them, man.
60% of what we had before.
The Kyrie Irving trade absolutely
that
murdered
would be
them.
crazy if Boston goes to the finals.
Do you think it was ego
Toronto.
that they let Irving go? Like,
what's that?
Kyrie Irving. Do you think that anything with ego, like LeBron wanted him to go?
We've heard so many different kind of versions of this.
That's why I hate sometimes, like, we're in the news and we have this inside track, but it still feels like I'm outside of what's real. Like, you got to be Stephen A. Smith
really
to get the
happened.
real stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the report is Kyrie asked for a trade because he didn't want to play with LeBron, and then LeBron didn't want to talk to Kyrie. Then wait a minute, LeBron's saying, "Hey, Kyrie, don't go." We never know.
Yeah.
We never know. But
you almost pulled the LeBron last night, so hey. But I'm excited about Boston. I really am. I don't know if they'll make it out of that series with Philly because it seems like Philly's the favored, but right now they're up 1.
Sweet.
Does this make me white that I love this song?
Such a good song. I like it.
It just makes me feeling like the groove, and I feel like smooth.
Starts playing in the car. You're just like, yeah.
It has been my first song of my DJ sets the last 4 gigs.
It's a good start.
It's a nice. It's a good start. Setting up the whole equipment and doing what we got to do. Hey, love you guys. This is Kevin Sutton. Good. What happened? This is the Kevin Sutton Show. Love you guys. Keep it up. Watch my boy Nick tonight. And Dr. Phil, Mayra with the ladies' point of view. Love you guys. Stay focused. Rich Rogers, keep on slipping and sliding on through. My brother. St. John Vianney girls, we love you. Congratulations. 3rd place. Volleyball championships.